Oh, what time is it right now? It's freaking 11:45 and it's a Tuesday night, September 23, 2025. I'm in Dallas, Texas. My name is Marcus Johnson. I'm a CEO of two different companies, one called Flow Forward Media, and it's a digital marketing agency, and the other company called Flow Forward Creative. And I am sitting here with my laptop right here. We've been working for the last 2 hours. I thought I was going to wake up at 4 a.m. and go to the gym. I don't think I'm going to do that anymore. But I just want to go on here and talk to you guys about when it rains, it pours. And that is something that holds true in life in general. But along with that, the only way that you can make it rain is if you don't quit. And what I see a lot of people do online is they start something and they don't get a lot of traction in the first couple months. They don't get a lot of traction the first year, and then they quit. And then they go on to the next thing, and then they go on to the next thing. And then all of a sudden, what happens is they never actually reach the point where it rains, because everyone knows as a business owner, when you start something, that the first freaking month, the first year is going to be a drought. But if you can withstand the pressure, if you can withstand the pain and the adversity and the suffering and triumph to victory over that first year, it's going to rain. And when I tell you this, when it rains, it pours. But let me tell you the next thing. The next thing is that when it rains and when it pours, be ready for stress. Oftentimes what happens is we think that when we're in a drought, when things aren't going well, when the wheels aren't turning, that's stressful. No, 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 no. When it rains and when it pours, it's going to be stressful. Because think about it. Yeah, say you're a marketing agency. Yeah, you don't get any projects, no one's hitting you up. Yeah, it sucks, right? Well, guess what? When it starts raining, it really starts raining. Everyone's texting you. Everyone's got you on projects. That's an amazing, amazing feeling. But just be ready to be stressed out, because there's going to be deadlines, there's going to be communication, there's going to be so many things flying all at once. But guess what? It's much better to be in that situation and have that kind of stress than be stressed about if your business is going to survive another day, another month, or another year. So, when it rains, it's going to pour. And when it rains, you have to be prepared to work your face off. What most people do is they try to find balance. And like, balance is good, I understand. But they want to chill, and Sundays, they want to chill, Saturdays, weekends, whatever. They want to chill midweek. But guess what? When it rains and when God gives you blessings, you take full advantage of it. And you work your face off. When you're blessed with opportunities, take advantage of it, because momentum is absolutely key. And most people do not understand the theory of momentum. I'm really jumping around here, but this is actually kind of sick. It's just raw. I'm not going to cut it. I might put some background music in it. But momentum, if you think about momentum, the momentum happens on a big push. So it's a big push down a hill. Say you're pushing a heavy rock. What happens when you're pushing a really heavy rock? Sorry, I got something in my throat. What happens when you're pushing a really heavy rock is once it starts moving, it's much easier to push it down a hill. It's much easier to pick up speed. The same rule applies for momentum. The problem is that most people finally push the rock down the hill, but then they realize, what they don't realize is that they have to push the rock down even more hills to get to the bottom or get to where they need to go. They just think pushing it down one hill is good. But what happens with the rock is that if you stop pushing it, it gets down to the bottom of the hill, and then all of a sudden it stays flat again. And if you don't push it when it gets to the flat part and it stops, all your momentum is going to be gone. So what you want to do is, when you do succeed and you push through and you have some momentum, right when it hits to the bottom, to the flat part, and it's about to stop, you just keep pushing. And guess what? As you keep pushing, when you achieve success, and as you keep pushing, when you have momentum, all of a sudden each push becomes easier, because number one, you're stronger. Number two, you know how to do it. Number three, you have the speed of the rock rolling down the hill. So that is momentum. The next thing is stress tolerance. I kind of talked about this on a couple points ago, but having a good stress tolerance is something that is key. But you have to look at outside external factors about when you're looking at your stress tolerance. For example, I'm a prime example, and I'm just like contradicting everything I'm talking about right now. What I recognized is that I'm the most stressed when I don't have a lot of sleep. Why? Well, my heart, when I wake up and I don't have a lot of sleep, my heart palpitates. Why? It's probably because I didn't get enough rest. But then when my heart palpitates, I automatically think it's stress, I automatically think it's anxiety, whatever, and then you start freaking out, and then you're like, oh my gosh, what's wrong, what's wrong? And then you feel like the world's gonna end. Or when I eat gluten, or if I drink alcohol, what happens, and I don't drink alcohol, I drink alcohol like once a quarter, barely, maybe one drink or a half a drink if I'm going out for an event or something like that, but I never drink alcohol. The reason being is it like hurts my gut. It doesn't like hurt my stomach, but like I tell it, it affects my gut biome. And then I like wake up like all stressed. People call it anxiety. I mean, I get anxiety from having like one sip of alcohol. I don't understand. But what happens is I get like super stressed, super anxious. And so the external factors are some of your biggest stressors. It might not be work, it might not be project deadlines. It could just be that you ate something or drank something that doesn't sit right with your gut, or if you had a bad night's rest. So managing stress is super, super essential. And do not do what a lot of successful business owners do. I said successful because I do know a lot of successful business owners who do this, but it hurts them in the long run. Do not resort to alcohol or drugs when you have stress. And yes, I know a lot of successful business owners that are alcoholics. It is what it is. But what I'm telling you is that success is not cannot be maintained. There's no longevity, and it ruins everything else in their lives. I know even more successful business owners that aren't alcoholics, that don't do drugs, and that use and pray to God and read the Bible and find ways to calm down, whether that's praying, whether that's reading the Bible, whether that's just being in community or doing a hobby. That's what I suggest. When you're stressed, go do something that doesn't involve work, but do not do drugs or alcohol. I'm telling you, that is only putting a Band-Aid on a bullet wound, because it's suppressing your emotions. And so when you do something like that, you never actually get to sit with your emotions and learn how to cope, or learn how to handle those emotions, because you're constantly just suppressing it. Do not do that when you're stressed. But anyways, I'm in a season right now where it's absolutely raining and momentum is key. So I told myself, for the next 3-4 months, I'm going to work my absolute face off. It doesn't matter how I feel. Things are going to get done. And that is the season I'm in. So that's why I'm making a video on it. I'm going to make this video. It's going to be probably titled When It Rains, It Pours. Anyways, 26 years old. I might have messed up my age in the beginning, because I might have said 25. I don't know. But I'm so used to saying 25 because I just turned 26. So you know how that goes. But anyways, when it rains, it pours. Keep on moving forward. Awesome. Bye.